All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you probably till 5 o'clock today. I appreciate everybody checking out the show. Hope everybody's doing good. I don't know. A few things going on here at the same time. But I hope everybody's doing good. I am missing some elements. I'm missing, here? Somewhere around here. I'm missing something. I just had to put that back up. Everything is backwards, so I'm looking at myself. So it's over here, the thing. I had to put that up. I had to get I had to get the thing here up. Everything's backwards. Mentally trying to remember what's on what side of my body on the screen. But hey, I appreciate y'all. I had a rough Sunday afternoon through this morning. I wasn't feeling great. I wouldn't say I was sick. Well, I guess I would. I had body aches, chills, and a fever. Other than that, I felt fine. I actually got up. I was going to go to work on Monday, but then I called the gentleman that I work for, and he was like, I don't know. He said, go get a COVID test. And once you get a COVID test, then we'll think about it. So I went and got a COVID test, and I was negative for COVID, negative for influenza A and influenza B. So I was good. But I didn't feel, just still had them chills and body aches and a little fever. And then woke up this morning, and I'm like, all right, I feel about 90%. If I had to put a percentage on it, Sunday, really, when I came home from church and I sat down to edit the service, just something came over me, and it wasn't the Holy Spirit. And I was like, oh, I'm cold. Oh, my goodness. And then by the time I went upstairs, my body started aching, and I felt a little fever. And Mrs. Livingston was like, the service can wait. Get in the bed. You don't feel good. And if y'all know me, I want to do it. I want to get it done. So I was like, no, I'm going to go back downstairs, and I'm going to edit everything. And she was like, I can tell by the way you're moving, you don't feel good. Lay down. That can wait. And, she said it with a certain amount of, I don't know the word. She was deliberate in her words. So I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down. I laid down, and when I was sweating, it was just crazy. Got up Monday. Like I said, I was going to go to work. And once he said go get tested, I went and got tested, and I came back negative. I was like, I don't know what this is. But I'm not going to push myself. I'm going to just chill out. And then somebody sent me a message. I want to say it's the barber. And I don't know why I can't think of your name, bro. I don't know why I can't think of your name. I can see the post that you put. I can see it, but I can't think of your name. And he was like, look, it's a little virus or something going around. He was like, it had me down for 2 days, but it lasted for 2 days, and then I got over it. And I was like, okay. And, I just relaxed. Yesterday, I felt better. Sunday, I was doing percentages. Sunday afternoon, I would say I was depleted. I was probably at around 50%. That's not true. I was greater than 50%. I was probably around 70%. Because nothing, other than, just body aches. And y'all know what, body aches are. Chills and body aches. You get that little feeling. Y'all know what that is. A little fever. And, of course, a little sweating. Other than that, though, nothing hurt. And my energy was really sapped. So I would say probably about 70%. Monday, I'm probably up to around 75-ish. Yesterday, I was probably up to about 80. And then at some point last night, like really right before the debate, I got up because I said, let me go downstairs, give me a big cup of water, Because y'all know I like my big cups of water. Let me go get a big cup of water, sit here and watch this debate. And I noticed as I was headed downstairs to the kitchen to get my cup of water, I was like, I feel fine. So I probably hit about 90%. And when I woke up this morning, I felt the same. I still got some residual something. I don't know what to call it. It's just a little something. And my neck is still just a little sore, but it's much better, as you can see. It's much better. And I really only start hurting right there. And I don't need to turn my head much further than that. So, yeah, I'm back. I'm good. And we'll get to it. Let's do the hellos. I appreciate everybody's well wishes because people did wish me well. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon. We got Erica Hummins representing Reading. Good afternoon. Daryl Carpenter. Good afternoon, Daryl. Brenda in the house. Good afternoon, Brenda Early. Diane Huddleston Angel. Good afternoon, representing Gulf Manor. Pamela Kinney in the house, representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. Dwayne Larkin, Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Drea, Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. We got Andrea Bustle from downtown and Diane. I already said Diane, but good afternoon to you again. Daryl wanted to ask me that I watched the Sansa and Landsman debate yesterday around 7. I did not. I was not even aware of it. I don't know why or how, but I was not even aware of it. Nat Turner, representing Madville. Good afternoon. Got Maria, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon, Maria Smith. Thank you for checking out the show. Steban Speed, representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Carolyn Smith, representing East Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Regina Denson Griffin, representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Janice says, good afternoon, everyone. Glad you're back. Thank you, Janice. I'm glad I'm back. And I'm going to get your shirt tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to even get it to you tomorrow. But I might get it to you, what's tomorrow? Thursday? You might get it Friday. But you'll either get it tomorrow or Friday. I didn't have your size in stock. Like I keep a whole lot of them in stock. When I do these shirts, they're gonna be kind of made to order, so I don't want to keep no whole lot of stock here. So I have to order the shirt, pick it up, of course bring it here and print it, and then bring it to you. So it's gonna be that quick. And if I get it tomorrow, then you'll get it tomorrow, because it don't take me very long to print that shirt. So tomorrow or Friday, Janice, I got you. Pamela says she watched the debate. Landsman is pissed off at Sansa because he constantly lies. We'll talk about lying people. Crystal says good afternoon. She's representing the Christ Hospital. Good afternoon, Crystal Hoskins. Daryl's responding to a few people. Bonita Gaines, representing Roselawn. Good afternoon. All right, that's all the good afternoons. I appreciate y'all for checking me out. Hold on. My heading says September 26th. Oh, I didn't change it. Okay, hold on. I might. Oh, where are you? Here. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate you letting me know that. We're going here. We need to update the title. Yep, I sure didn't. Didn't change it. What's today? October 2nd. Yeah, I might have to restart this because I don't want people thinking. And today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Stop it. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. All right. So I think I'm going to stop this stream and then restart it. But it's just going to be real quick. Because if I don't, then I think it'll keep saying that. So I'm going to stop the stream and I'm going to All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you until probably about 5 o'clock. And again, thank you, Janice, for letting me know that the title on it was wrong. I see Twins is here. And Twins, I want to apologize to you. I'm a man of my word. I want to apologize to you for, attempting to help you. I want to apologize for attempting to help you say the name correctly. You can say any name however you please. However you please. It's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. And I wish you the best. I wish you prosperity and life. So there you go. I apologize to twins. I'm not saying that what you're saying is correct. I'm just saying I'm comfortable with it being incorrect. I don't have a problem with it. All right. Got a few more people coming in. Vincent Jones says Blue Ash. He's checking in. Got LaDonna Howard. She's representing downtown. All right. Hold on. Let me see. Are any of my YouTube users back? Okay, yeah. Got some of the YouTube users back. And all right. Well, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Daryl said he's the milk supervisor at the place, so if he says it's Kroger's, then it's Kroger's, and I'm comfortable with that. And for those of you who don't know, if you're just now tuning in and you're thinking you're gonna hear this gray-headed fat man be all negative about stuff, give his opinions. Well, hold on. Before I do that, David sent a message. He said, I did not receive my notification and missed the calming intro theme song. Yeah, that didn't happen today. Something else that happened on Sunday is I lost all of my information on my computer, and I tried to back it up, and I only backed up certain stuff. So some of my elements aren't here. And those are some of those. So I have a job ahead of me. I have to either attempt to recover some things or recreate certain things. And I have to recreate my countdown, my opening. So hopefully I'll have one by tomorrow. But there's a good chance that won't happen because I got a lot of stuff to do over here today when I finish. So it'll probably be either Friday or next week. Friday or next week. Yeah, Sunday was just a bad day for me. Yeah, my computer, I don't want to say it crashed because it technically didn't crash, but I lost almost everything off of it, which was kind of a blessing in disguise. I needed to clean some stuff up anyway. So it worked. Now what was I saying? Oh, if you're expecting to hear the negative, fat, gray-headed man, that's not happening. That's not happening. I've turned over a new leaf. I am nothing but positivity now. Nothing but positivity now. I'm working on my hero worship and saying nothing but positive stuff. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So that's what we're going to do moving forward. And if you want something different, you'll have to go somewhere else. You'll have to go somewhere else. Because I'm all about positivity. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the debate. The vice presidential debate. I did not see the debate between Landsman and Sansa. And maybe I have to go back and watch that. Daryl says you turned over a new leaf for the umpteenth time. You'll be back to rude ass E by Friday. First, I don't think I was ever rude. But here's what I'll accept. I was straightforward, honest, and blunt. I'm still the same human. I still have the same thoughts. I just won't share them if a lot of people don't agree with them. I will only share the thoughts that I think a lot of people agree with. Because that's positive. That's being positive. say what people like to hear. That's being positive. Um, and so that's that. David says, why the change? What did I miss? Well, see, here's what happened. Pete Rose passed away. And, there was a lot of conversation about whether or not he should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he should be. And so I shared, kind of in response to somebody else's comment, that I don't think he should ever be in the Hall of Fame. But, I still send condolences to his family. And for whatever reason, a lot of people didn't like that. They didn't like that I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And they didn't like me sending condolences to his family. I guess because if you don't believe he should be in the Hall of Fame, then you're not allowed to give condolences to his family on his passing. And, I took a lot of heat about that. And then people start, I say they were attacking me, not because of that, but just because people are like, a lot of times when you come onto my page, you very rarely come onto my page to say, I agree with whatever it is that you just posted. You typically come onto the page to add some fact either that I missed or that I misstated to correct the record. And that's very negative. And I have to be honest, I never thought that it was negative that, say you say 2 + 2 is 9. And I'm like, well, just for the record, 2 + 2 is 4. Like, that's so rude. I never knew that was people's reaction. I always thought, I'm helping. Because they have wrong information. I'm giving them correct information. Not that will change their outcome, change their mind, change their opinion, but at least they will have that opinion based on correct information. So I never knew that was a bad thing to do. But I learned that yesterday. And so I won't be giving people who have bad information good information. I'll just let them continue to function off of the bad information because that is the nice and polite thing to do. I didn't believe that. I know somebody said I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. These are things that, look, I'm 54. I'm 54. And I'm still learning. Y'all think I'm trying to be funny. I promise y'all I'm not. I'm learning this thing. I've always been one of those people who believed that you're doing people a service when you try to help them understand or comprehend or have good information or anything like that. I'm one of those people who always thought that was a positive thing. When you try to help people see the nuance in a thing, I've always thought that it was a positive thing. But I learned, or I guess I'm still learning, but I learned that that's not, a lot of people don't perceive that as positive. People perceive it as, like Ron just called me an a-hole. If someone says something wrong and you correct them, you're being an a-hole. I didn't know that. Somebody said sarcasm. Pamela said they don't like your sarcasm. People honestly believe that's being sarcastic. People honestly believe that. Well, I was talking to Wyatt earlier today, and he believes, he says he'll check it out, but he currently believes that the Pete Rose's ban from the Baseball Hall of Fame was just a, quote, lifetime ban. And I'm like, no, that I read information that led me to understand that it wasn't a lifetime ban. It's like an indefinite ban. I don't remember the exact wording that they use, but it's indefinite. And people are like, oh, you're trying to be sarcastic. No, I'm not. I'm trying to help him understand something that maybe he didn't understand. Oh, that's rude. That's sarcastic. Then, oh, he not in the Hall of Fame. He is in the Hall of Fame. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. See, that's you trolling people. No. The man is actually in the Hall of Fame. He did a number of things with wrestling, and he is in the Hall of Fame. See, I ain't trying to be funny. It's the truth. But I learned, just over the past few days, people don't want the truth. People want you to hear their thoughts and opinions and agree with them. And if you don't agree with them, they want you to shut up. And if you have to say something, just say something agreeable. So, that's me. I'm just trying to learn and be agreeable. That's my goal. And so, everything I say, moving forward, will be positive. Why do I feel like I'm out of focus? Hold on. Okay. See if that helps. Jerica says, I thought trolling was like heckling. Apparently trolling is saying something that some people don't like. That's trolling. And I will do my best to not do that anymore. But all right, on to the debate. I'm a new guy, and I have to analyze this debate from this new perspective. Which again, this new perspective doesn't mean that I'm not honest. It just means maybe I'm limited with my level of honesty. And I think people will be very comfortable with this. This show was about to pretty much be the same. So let's see, the debate. J.D. Vance, which, by the way, would someone tell me, what does J.D. stand for? I read it once, like it stood for something, but then didn't he change it and it stood for something else? And that's not his actual name. Can somebody clarify that for me? And it's fine because I'm asking for clarification. It's different if you try to correct me when I'm wrong. But if someone asks for clarification, then it's fine. Seabree says, that is not what it stands. Well, I don't want to tell you, but I don't believe that is what it stands for. Pamela says, James David. Tanika said JD looked like he had the baby face filter on him with the beard. It is. Okay, y'all not gonna. I feel like you guys aren't gonna give me an honest answer. I'm gonna accept Pamela as saying James David because I feel as if she's trying to help me. So James David, Vance, and what in the world? Why is this phone keep connecting to the computer? I'm gonna have to figure out how to disconnect it from there. But anyway. Now, a few people have said James David. Okay. He was born James Donald Bowman. Okay. And there's nothing. Look, if you want to change your name, you can change your name. Nothing against you changing your name. But J.D. Vance, Tim Walz, they debated yesterday. And I do have to tell you, and hopefully this doesn't offend anyone, I didn't think Tim had a very strong beginning to the debate. He seemed really nervous. He was too agreeable. It really did get to a point where I was frustrated because he kept saying, oh, I totally agree with, my opponent, or whatever verbiage he was actually using. I totally agree with him on that point. And I'm like, you can agree with him without saying, I totally agree with him. You know that, right? You could say, we have some common ground and this and that. But I was so bothered. I'm going to say the first half of the debate, he seemed nervous and agreeable. Nervous and too agreeable. I didn't want him, hollering and screaming or cussing the guy out or anything like that. But if he says, I believe in choice, if he says I believe in choice and you believe in choice, I totally agree with you now. Like, oh man, just point out where y'all are not in lockstep. But I think J.D. Vance believe it or not, I think he had a pretty good debate. Now, keep in mind what I'm saying here. Because they didn't, apparently the rules were, or at least CBS had stated, but at one point, Mr. Vance said the rules were they weren't going to fact check. But he may have misstated that or something like that. But, because, he misstated a lot of things. I don't know that I would want to go into a debate where the moderators, the network, they've agreed that they're not going to fact. I don't understand people. I understand them. I'm going to use the term I don't understand. I comprehend it, but it bothers me. And I don't want to say it bothers me because bothers me sounds negative. So I don't understand people who are like, hey, I'm not doing that because you're going to be checking facts. Now, in the context of, like I said, what I learned over the past couple of days, I get it. People don't want to be fact-checked. People want to be able to say whatever they want to say and just have people accept it as if they're telling the truth when, they clearly have either misinformation or they're given misinformation or whatever. From my perspective, fact-checking is a good thing. Fact-checking is good. Look, I'm going to tell you, this is just me. I'm going to tell you right now, if I get something wrong, correct me, please. Don't just correct me, it's not just for you to feel like you know more than me. Just take that, that's a bonus. You know something that I don't know. You got information that I don't have. That's a bonus. But do it for me, because as we all know, I want to be right. And a part of being right is having correct information. So if I say something that's factually inaccurate, please correct me so that I can correct it. That might inform my opinion. It could change my opinion. Tell me, Emanuel, you just said so-and-so, but that's not true. This is actually what happened. Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. Well, that makes me, it's going to make me rethink this situation. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Again, I realize most people don't see it that way. But if you up in a debate to be the vice president of the United States of America, and you say something, then they have to correct you. Like, yeah, that's not what the law says. And you're like, thought you promised you wasn't going to be fact-checking. To me, that translates to, look, I came here with the intent on telling a whole lot of lies, and y'all messing up my game plan. Because I know that I can tell lies, and most people aren't gonna fact check. So I can say, hey, those, for example, hey, those Haitians up in Springfield, Ohio, are illegal immigrants. And if nobody fact checks me, a good portion of the public who are watching, that's going to be in their head. God, they're illegal immigrants up there, those Haitians. And you come on, you fact checking? You messing with my plan. I'm trying to build animosity here. Now you're trying to tear my animosity down. Then you say you wasn't going to be fact checking? So what you doing telling people the truth? Let me tell my lies, and you sit there and grin and talk robotically. Tell me when my line time is up, and then let him say whatever it is that he wants to say. And then if he wants to fact check me, I can just say that he's lying, and then we can move on. And we can really confuse the hell out of the people who are supposed to be electing a president. Come on, how do you not know how this works? How do you not know how this works? You're messing everything up. Hey, for real, I was really thrown when he said, I thought you promised you wasn't going to be fact checking. Who makes that promise? And who wants the candidate who doesn't want the truth out? They tell me, I know I'm supposed to be talking about this debate, but they tell me, and by they, I read a story. They tell me that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris agreed to do a sit-down interview, not together, but to a sit-down interview each individually with 60 minutes. They had already agreed to this interview, but Donald Trump has said now he's not going to do it. One of the reasons that apparently he's not going to do it, allegedly, because I don't know this for a fact. I want to make sure I'm, being as correct as I can. Allegedly, one of the reasons that he's not doing it is because 60 Minutes says that, yeah, they're going to fact check him, in real time. So in other words, somebody going to be there and he going to say they're eating the cats and dogs in Springfield, and somebody going to say, Mr. President, because they do still call him that because he's a former president. Mr. President, that's not true. Ain't nobody eat no damn cats and dogs in Springfield. You made that shit up. And he don't want him to say that. They probably won't use that wording, but everybody will know that that's what it means when they fact check him. Well, the mayor and the police have said that, no such thing is happening and, that that's just not true. That's the way they'll say it. But we all know what that mean is, bro, stop making shit up. That's translation. And again, the plan is, I got so many lies lined up to tell, and y'all gonna totally throw me off my game if, I had to tell the truth. That's gonna totally throw me off my game. Totally throw me off my game. So I don't want to sit down and do an interview with y'all when I already know y'all gonna throw me off my game by trying to hold me to facts and stuff. My game is throw out as much misinformation, be as incendiary as possible, create as much division as I can, and hopefully, when I slice this pie, more of my pieces of the pie show up to vote than those pieces of the pie. And how did we get here? But I'll say this about the debate last night. They were civil. And that I like. That I appreciated. But yeah, man, they just come up in their line. J.D. Vance did a great job of lying with a smile. And here's something else I figured out. I'm learning stuff. I'm 54, and some of this stuff I'm just learning. If you lie with a smile, a lot of people believe you. And if you're really calm and smiling when you tell the lie, people believe you to be a good, decent guy. remember a time, and I'm only 54. Sometimes 54 is old, and sometimes 54 is young. Depends on the context. In this case, 54 is young. Because I remember a time when if you got caught lying, that was like a strike against you as a candidate. And people would ask, can we trust this person? And if that question was being asked about you too much, you wasn't going to win. Because you wasn't trustworthy. And this was like in primaries. People dropped out of primaries because they got caught in lies. And the question became, are they trustworthy? Janice, am I lying about this? Am I lying about this? There was a time when people expected their candidates to just not blatantly lie. And now we're at a time where you're an honorable candidate now if you lie with a smiling face and you seem calm when you do it. Because, he wasn't ranting and raving and screaming like Donald Trump do. He told his lies quite calmly. And y'all remember when he said, see that they say this stuff and we pretend like this stuff ain't real. They say stuff like he told, was he on ABC when he said it? CBS, on some network. And they were talking about the whole eating cats and dogs and stuff. Because, he pushed that story before Donald Trump pushed that story. And he said, look, if I had to come up with stories to get people to pay attention, then that's what I'm going to do. What is that? For real, what is that? That's admitting, yeah, I lied. And if I have to lie to get people to pay attention to something, I'll lie. In what portion of society, what relationship is that okay? If your kid tell you a lie and you bust them in the lie and your kid say, Mama, Daddy, hey, if I have to come up with something to get what I want, that's what I'm going to do. Nobody looks at that kid like, wow, that's a great child. He's so smart. I mean, he was smiling and he was calm, especially if they say it calm and smiling. Like your kid got a little phone. And their phone is it's perfectly fine, but they want a new phone. And so they like, some Haitian immigrants stole my phone, Mama and Daddy. I need a new phone. And you like, what? Those damn Haitian immigrants. And you go buy them a new phone. And then you find out they got the old phone still there. And they like, I thought you said Haitian immigrants stole the phone. And he say, Mom, Dad, listen. If I have to come up with a story to get what I want, that's what I'm going to do. You would look at your kid like they was some sort of a sociopath. Like, what? He just said that with a straight face. He was really calm, and he smiled. But he just told us that he made up that whole story to get what he wanted. That's not cool. Am I lying? Is that what? That's what I would think. I might be a little bit afraid of my child at that point. I might be a little bit afraid of my child. Like, for real, you that comfortable just telling a lie? And then you telling me that you gonna tell me lies moving forward if it's gonna get you what you want. Damien? Are you Damien? Let me look at the back of your head. Is this some sixes tattooed back there or something? Like, what is going on? What? No kid says that calmly. He did. You at work, and what I'm saying, one of your employees, your supervisor, and one of your employees like really messed something up. And they tell you like, no, so Haitian immigrants came and did it. And you're like, what? Yeah, the Haitian immigrants, they filed this paperwork wrong. How did the Haitian immigrants get access to the paperwork? But if you say they did, then we got to do something about this. And you find out there's no Haitian immigrants do it. They did it. And you call them into the office like, hey. Why did you say Haitian immigrants filed the paperwork wrong? You got a raise behind this and everything. And you're like, hey, if I got to come up with a story to get my raise, that's what I'm going to do. I'd be like, what? You fired. Get out of here. No, you're fired. You're not trustworthy. Get out of here. And you're a sociopath. Who is that comfortable? I can't think of an area in life where that would be okay. You're at church. You know what I'm saying? They take up offering, and you're like, I need some money, Pastor. I gotta pay the Haitian immigrants broke into my bank account and stole all my money, and I don't have enough money to pay my light bill. And the pastor is like, okay, I got you. How much is your light bill? There you go, sister. They come to find out you didn't, and the pastor asks you, like, why did you? Like, hey, if I gotta come up with a story to get some extra money from the church, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, get out of my church. Get out of my church. I can't, for real, I can't think of a single scenario in real life where that would be okay. And we would accept it. But that's what J.D. Vance said publicly. He's running. Look, y'all. He is running to be the vice president. Like, just so we clear. He did something that none of us, or very few of us, would accept in any other line of life. And we just looking at it like, at least he ain't Trump. That's how bad. But y'all think this is a rant against J.D. Vance. It's not. This is actually a rant against Donald Trump. He, according to a lot of people, I watch a lot of the reaction to debates and stuff like that. And of course, I'm monitoring social media and everything. And I saw so many people talking about how great of a human being J.D. Vance was based on his performance last night. Because, his negatives, what I'm saying? He was not likable and all of that kind of stuff. His negatives were really high. And I'm like, hold on, just so I'm clear. The fact that he isn't Trump, because this is it, this is what it comes down to. The fact that he isn't Trump means he's not that bad. The fact that we know he lied. He told us with a smile on his face, if I got to lie to get what I want, that's what I'm going to do. And we looked at him and we said, hey, at least he's not as bad as Trump. How effing bad is Trump then? Look at how far you compared to Trump. All you had to do was not sound like a raging lunatic. And you're a decent human. Like, we know he lied. We know he don't believe the stuff that he's saying. We know he don't care. But he don't sound like a maniac, so. And people like, I don't know enough about Kamala Harris. I heard a guy, I was headed into church. I heard a guy, y'all, this is for real. I'm telling y'all, this is what I heard. And he was holding court outside of a church, talking about how when Kamala Harris was the DA in, San Francisco? She wrote laws to lock up black men. And I sat and I listened to him because I was walking past. And I didn't actually sit. Let me correct that. I stopped for a minute and I listened to him. And he talked about when she was the DA and when she was the Attorney General. And he talked about the fact that when she was the DA and the Attorney General, she wrote laws to lock up, specifically, to lock up more black men. And that's why he won't vote for her. And that's why we shouldn't vote for her. Plus, we don't know enough about her to hand over the reins of the country. This is what this gentleman was saying to a crowd of, it might have been 10 people. And they were all like, I got to get out and register and vote. Don't be voting for no Kamala Harris. We don't know enough about her. And they was 100% bought in. Yeah, kind of because they was ignorant. Do you realize how many people don't understand how government works? And so me, from the back of the crowd, just saying, the district attorney don't write laws. That was before the new me, because I wouldn't do that now. But me saying, the district attorney don't write laws. And the attorney general don't write laws. And what? Yeah, the district attorneys, they don't write laws. Attorneys general, they don't write laws. They don't create the laws that lock up black men even. It's not true. She didn't. Well, we don't know enough about her. And I said, but don't we know enough about Trump? And they was like, the 10 people. What? Yeah, no, for real. District attorneys don't write laws. Attorneys general don't write laws. And we know Donald Trump is a terrible human. So, unless you got something and you're like, look at her, she's worse than Donald Trump, which you clearly don't. And not because I didn't want to tell nobody how to vote. He said I didn't know what I was talking about, and then he got in his van and left. It wasn't an old man party van. It was like a minivan, a modern van. There are a lot of people, like we really think, I was watching, I think at this point I was on MSNBC. And it might have been CNN, I'm not sure. But they were talking to groups of people and getting reaction to the debate. And there was they were talking to a group of college students. And I don't remember if it was CNN or MSNBC. It was one of those two. And there was a black male. And I don't remember exactly what the question was. But he said something like, I don't believe J.D. Vance or something like that. And he said, when the guy asked him, like, why? And he said, because I took high school civics. And he said, what? And he said, yeah, because I learned in high school civics that the vice president can't just go change the laws. That's not what they're there to do. He said, there's a reason why none of the moderators asked either of the candidates tonight what will be the first executive order that you do or that you write or however they do it. What would be your first executive order when you become the vice president? He said the reason they don't ask that question is because that's not what the vice president does. Vice president is not there to create policy and sign executive orders. The vice president is there to aid the president. And so they kind of go along with the president's agenda. But there's a lot of people that don't know that. And I get that Tim Walz, they don't want to say that because that'll sound like they throwing Joe Biden under the bus. It'll sound like they're throwing Joe Biden under the bus because they understand that. Y'all heard J.D. Vance keep saying, well, the Kamala Harris administration did this, and the Kamala Harris administration did that, and the Kamala Harris administration did this. And at some point, I thought this debate was the perfect time to say, Kamala Harris is the vice president. She can't sign an executive order to do anything. She doesn't create laws. She's the vice president. The Joe Biden administration did this. The Joe Biden administration did that. Is she a part of the administration, so she's tied to it to some point, to some degree? Yes. But she's clearly not the final decision maker. A lot of people don't know that. Dave says that's their playbook. It is. And the reason that it works is because not enough people understand how our government works. Y'all know I done had the conversation on this show with people who clearly don't understand how government works. And they're very vocal. Which is always funny to me. Because if you don't understand how government works, why are you the most vocal? You really should be the one to shut the fuck up and listen. I mean, I'm not going to tell nobody that, because that wouldn't be nice. I'm not going to tell nobody that, but in reality, but these the ones that's always hollering and screaming about stuff, and you'd be like, but you know, she don't have the power to do that. Yes, she do. No, she don't. You're goofy. Like, no, it's not. You don't understand how government works. Ron says, unfortunately, she's not the final decision maker, but what does the vice president assist the president in doing? It's been long known, just to be honest, vice president don't really do nothing. It's kind of a ceremonial position, something that you have to have in case something happens to the president. But if you're my vice president, you're not going to, if I come out and say abortion should be illegal, and you're my vice president, and you totally disagree with me, you're not going to come out and be like, our president is wrong. That's not what's going to happen. You're just not going to say anything about it. And if people ask you, then you'll say the administration's position is that abortion should be totally illegal. Because as the vice president, you don't make those decisions. You get updated. You're like the first runner-up for Miss America. You're there in case Miss America can't perform her duties, whatever that means. And if Miss America can't perform her duties, or, you know, say we find out that she did kind of a racy, sexually explicit lesbian pose layout in a magazine, and so we strip her of the crown. Now you get the crown. So then you can clean the crown off, because it's kind of sticky. You can clean the crown off, and then you go and you do whatever it was she was supposed to do. You wave. That's kind of the vice president. Do you I'm asking, I'm not trying to be funny, Ron. I'm asking you, do you understand that, or instead of doing that, hold on, let me learn. What powers do you believe that the vice president has in terms of creating laws, signing executive orders, making decisions that affect the country, the policies, the laws, or anything. What is your understanding of the powers of the Vice President of the United States? Ron says, you ain't talking to me. No, I really am. I'm asking you, what is your understanding? I know they're the tiebreaker. Like if the Senate is split 50-50, they're the tiebreaker. That's power. That's power. Other than that, what power do they have, to your understanding? He wrote FOS. That means he's not going to answer. And again, this is a case of me asking the question. I'm not accusing you of not knowing. I'm asking you the question. But there's a lot of people who don't know. Like they really believe, as district attorney, she had the power to write laws to put black men in jail. And these are the people, like you probably wouldn't be standing in front of a church talking to a crowd of 10 people explaining civics to them. You probably should, because you probably understand it better. But there's a certain, I'm going to call it arrogance. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There's a certain group of people who have like a little bit of understanding and a lot of misunderstanding. But they're really aggressive with spreading their lack of knowledge to people. And because people lack knowledge, they assume that the person holding court is the person with the knowledge. And I used to come up to those people and say, as they're holding court, just kind of present information. That sounds crazy, don't it? Now, I try to not present misinformation. I try to counteract their misinformation with actual information. Ron.
Who was that chump that said, I wrote false, therefore I wasn't going to call? You lucky I can see them. I can't see them comments. But, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, before we get to arguing.
Wait. Hold on, wait. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
You're what?
I ain't good. I said I'm grateful. Shit, I ain't good.
You're not?
I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry to hear that.
But I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Shit.
Are you saying grateful?
I can be a whole lot. I'm sorry?
Are you saying you're grateful? Is that the word you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm grateful.
Okay. Grateful.
Grateful.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're grateful. Well, what's on your mind, sir?
So, shit. First thing, now, are you a Libra?
I'm on the cusp, Virgo and Libra.
It's a trip because, when I first started listening to you, me and my son was in the car, and I said, this nigga, he got to be a Libra. He's an asshole. He is. You just like me. See, I'm on the cusp.
Well, it's unfortunate that you would say that to your son.
I'm sorry?
It's unfortunate, in my opinion, that you would say that to your son.
But that's a good asshole. You know what? My son know what I. That's my little son know what I mean. Know what I mean when I say that.
Okay.
But I'm on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. That's how I knew. That's how I knew. Because your arrogant ass, you just like me. That's why we just be sitting trying to one up one another. But I digress. Now, you don't. You know you don't have to give me no civics lesson. You know that.
Well,
Why you calling me out?
I'm not. I'm asking the question. What? And this is a legitimate question. I'm not trying to be funny.
But you
I'm
already
not
know I
trying
know
to say
that answer.
well then help me. Maybe I don't know the answer. So what power does the vice president have?
The vice president has the power to do everything that the president deems her to do.
Oh.
If the president says, I want you to go and find out the root causes of immigration, and he gives him or her the power, and I'm talking about Kamala, actually, to do that. And of course, I told you before, she reports those root causes back to him.
But wait a minute.
And they do something, and they do something, and they do something about it. But policy-wise,
but I want to understand the power, though. I want to understand the power.
Nobody has the power to nobody has the power to do anything, with the exception the president signs all the laws and stuff.
Okay.
You know. Okay. I mean, you don't have to give me no civics lesson. You already know that.
Well,
Why you do that?
I wasn't sure. Maybe I thought I was getting it wrong.
No, you didn't.
No, I did because I heard J.D. Vance. I heard J.D. Vance a number of times last night talk about the Kamala Harris administration as if she had the power and authority to sign executive orders or sign things into law or even create laws.
But she was either running the country or somebody else was running the country, because we know that Joe Biden wasn't doing it. So I mean,
I don't know that. Just so you know, I don't know that.
Yeah, what did you say earlier today? You can. When you was talking to Wyatt,
I don't know
about Pete Rose. Oh yeah, about him, Pete Rose lying. So if we can see that he's diminished like that, you could fairly assume that he was not running the country. And especially with the leaks and whatnot that came out once they wanted to get Biden off the ticket.
Now, just so hold on, before you go any further, let me say that you might have a little bit of a point there. Although I think it's slightly, I would view it slightly different, not a lot different. I do believe that there's some diminished mental capacity. Okay. I don't think it's completely gone. So honestly, the way that I see things happening, more likely than not, and again, this is just like I said about Pete Rose. This is, my intuition more than anything else. He has advisors around him. They present him with information, and there's a really good chance that if anybody's running the government, making those final decisions, it's probably not Kamala Harris. It's probably Jill Biden, more than it would be Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think that it was unfair? And it's still unfair. And nobody will address it. I keep talking about it, but, Biden is diminished. And if they made a conscious choice to get Biden replaced. And Kamala, they didn't want to replace him with Kamala. They prepare for contested states and everything, and then they finally got you know, people to back her, and made a decision that, if they would have not chosen her, they would have definitely lost a whole bunch of women voters. A whole bunch of women voters. I don't even mean a whole bunch of black women, but a whole bunch of women voters.
They would have lost me if they would have chosen anyone other than
Yeah,
her.
yeah. It would have lost it. But it's a trip, man, how, you know, she replaced him, but nobody just is addressing the fact that she was supposed to be the president of the United States by the what is it, Article 25 that they want to do.
But she's
do
not.
against.
But there's a certain level
Yeah.
No,
But
Ron.
I'm asking. But
Okay,
that was all one guy. This was the question.
Okay.
This was the question.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Do you believe that Kamala should be president right now,
No.
or do you or are you consistent? Are you content enough? That although nobody wanted her, that's our nominee.
Well, here's how I see it. First, let me deal with his state or level of diminishment. I'm not sure if that's the word, but sure, there's some diminishing there. I don't think it's to the degree that you guys want it to be. For example, there's a certain level
Stop saying you guys.
Well, you're one of them. You are one of them.
I am. I'm not one of them. I'm one of me.
No, you're clearly one of them. By them, those people who are against Kamala Harris becoming president. You're clearly one of those people, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
So
yeah, I'm one of them.
So you guys want to paint this diminishment as almost like he's incapable of anything. I don't think. I'm going to use me as the example. Let me use me as the example. Since I had COVID, 17th degree, there is some level of cognitive diminishment. I can't pull words out as quickly and thoughts as quickly as I could before I had it. Like I can honestly and sincerely, before I had COVID and after I had COVID is very different. Now, now, even though there is a level of diminishment because of COVID, and I'm 54 now, so because of COVID and because of age, it doesn't mean that I'm not capable of carrying on conversations. It just means that mentally I'm a little bit slower. But not that things don't work.
You 53 with COVID.
So what I'm saying is that while Joe Biden, I can't even say that I think slower. I just can't pull certain things out as fast. And maybe that would, maybe that's semantics, but my brain's still working. It's just getting it out. It's slower. So now maybe here's what I'll give you. If Joe Biden was on a game show like if running the country was like the last, 30 seconds of Wheel of Fortune, and you gotta real quick get the answers out, or what is the $100,000 pyramid or whatever, and they gotta give him clues, and what is a nuclear bomb? You know what I'm saying? If that was how running the country was, he would not be fit to run the country. Okay? I will agree with you there. But I have a good idea, Ron, that the way they run the country, they don't put 60 seconds on the clock and then say, okay, Joe, this is what's going on. What about this? What about this? You got 10 seconds left. What about this? I have a feeling that's not the way they run the country. So he has time to think about things, take in all the information that they're giving him, and then give a measured response to whatever the situation is. If he
Okay.
wasn't able to do that, then I would say, yes, Kamala should be president. But I don't believe that to be the case.
But see, that's the thing. We're dealing with we're dealing with things that they have to make split second decisions in right now. But I mean, I
Like
get
what?
it. Shit.
Wait, like what? What split second decision do you believe the president has to make?
Split second decision the other night.
Like
when
what?
They had to shoot with. I'm telling you, nigga, when they had to shoot down the Navy had to shoot down the ballistic missiles that were headed towards Israel.
You really think that was a split second decision, or do you believe? Ron, was that a split second? Was that a split second decision, or was that something that went along with a policy that they had already put in place?
It's a split second decision.
That's not.
That doesn't. Man, it doesn't. You ain't gonna let me get it out.
Yes, but what you're saying so far doesn't sound reasonable. But go ahead.
You ain't gonna let me get it out.
Go ahead. I apologize.
It's a split second decision because the president has to go ahead and know. First of all, they don't want this situation to fall into a full-blown war into the Mediterranean. That's what the United States was trying to avoid. And
Ron, Ron, can you define? For me, can you define a split-second decision?
A split-second decision. I would imagine a split-second decision in that situation was that they come 100 miles, so that they had to make sure that the president was aware that Iran was firing missiles. Since they didn't want to get the United States involved, they had to make sure to alert the president and make sure it was okay with them firing and going ahead and maybe getting into a further confrontation within the skirmish that was the other night.
Yeah. I say? I think we have different. I think we have different definitions of what a split-second decision is.
Well, I mean, if you trying to talk about, you going Wild Wild West, and that's another thing, man.
Yeah, but, that would be a split-second decision. Okay, here's an example. But Ron, here is an example of what
Joe Biden ain't shooting nobody.
Exactly, he's not making split-second decisions.
But he had to make a split-second decision the other night.
No, he didn't.
Who did?
No one did.
What the fuck?
Ron,
excuse me.
Ron, here's why I say no one probably.
I mean, man, come on.
I want to make it make sense to you. Let me make it make sense to you. I promise you I can. Okay? If you'll give me the chance. Again, for me, because it's important to understand what a split-second decision is, in my opinion. To me, a split-second decision, Ron, you come out the house, somebody got a gun at your head right now. What do? That's a split-second decision, okay? A split-second decision is not, we've known for a few days that Iran plans on shooting some ballistic missiles at Israel, and so we've crafted a policy for what to do once that happens, because we already know it's imminent and we've known it for days. That is not I don't believe, Ron, that Iran fired a ballistic missile. No one knew it was coming, and they picked up the phone, they called Joe Biden, they said, we got 10 seconds for the missile hit. What we gonna do? And he said, shoot it down, shoot it down. That would be a split-second decision, and I can almost guarantee you that didn't happen. Yes, sir.
Hey, man. So, we were talking about making a split decision as in presidential, as in not a not a
Not a split-second decision.
thing not a thing that we have intelligence and stuff on.
But
Not that shit.
what happened?
No,
we had intelligence on.
Wait, no, wait a minute.
But we already
I'm
knew
not
it.
talking
That's
about-
what I'm saying. They
I'm
did
not
have.
talking about no fucking shit. I'm not talking about no things that we already know.
Oh.
That's dumb. You said we were talking about him being mentally fit for office and him having to make a split decision.
And
Them waking him out of
Right, and maybe
out of the night.
And
them
Ron, maybe you
having to
forgot
tell
that
him,
you
wait a
said
minute,
no. You
them
said
having
he
to-
made a split-second decision just the other night. You said that.
That was just that. Well, I did say that.
Right.
I was assuming that I gave you the benefit of the scenario that you put forth.
No,
I'll
you
give
put that forth. I didn't put it forth.
Wait a minute. I'll give you that scenario. But we're talking about the split decision that we're gonna have, or he would have to make if somebody was attacking us here. That we didn't know.
But that's
That
what
we
I'm saying.
didn't
I
know.
don't think that
I'm
those
not- I'm
things.
not-
I don't think that those things happen. They already have plans in place for all of this stuff. He has advisors and all that kind of stuff.
Wait.
I very seriously doubt that there will ever come a time where they're calling the president of the United States, be it Trump, Biden, Bush, Reagan, any of them, saying, "Missile's on the way. We got 5 seconds, boss. What we gonna do?" I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
But you talk, but see, and that's the dumb shit. You talking about conventional weapons.
I'm talking about a split. It don't matter. I don't think that they're gonna be like, "Hey, boss, we got 5 seconds. They coming through the door. What we gonna do? What we gonna do?" I don't think that's gonna happen.
Emanuel, just like me, you like to hear yourself talk. So go on ahead.
I think that your understanding of a split-second decision and my understanding are totally different.
Okay, so what if Joe Biden walk out the house and everything go off? Well, then again, you got it. Joe Biden got it. Okay.
What do you mean everything go off?
No. You got it. You got it. Because see, I know you. I know you.
Well, hopefully what's happening is you're understanding that the scenarios that you're putting forth don't make sense. They're not realistic or reasonable.
The scenario was point blank, period, that Kamala should have been president, and they shouldn't have twisted her guts like that in the first place. Period. That's what I was going for.
Okay.
I don't know what you was going for.
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with you. I think he's still mentally solid enough to be the president.
Yeah. Shit, he was walking two them at the same time.
Okay.
All
All right.
man.
Is that it?
I think so.
Aren't you proud that Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame?
Why would I be proud that Pete Rose in the
He's
Hall
a
of Fame?
Cincinnati guy.
Man, I'm dealing with the Cincinnati right here, right now.
Oh.
Shit. Boy, look. The 5th most racist city in the country and the 4th most livable city in the country. Go figure.
All right. Well, sir,
All right,
hey,
100.
look, I appreciate your call, man.
Hey, man, you be easy.
All
I'll
right.
have it your ass all night.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, we have different definitions of a split-second decision. Because I genuinely, I don't really foresee that happening. Like, for real, even when they was allegedly shooting at Donald Trump, the only split-second decision that he had to make was duck. and they came and rushed him off. He didn't have to make no decisions at that point. They have a plan in place. They not leaving it up to Donald Trump to keep Donald Trump safe. Split-second decisions is made for him. Get off the stage. Get down. Whatever. Those decisions are made already. Yeah, they didn't call it. There's a missile on the way, boss. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? So I think in terms of mentally, he has time to weigh options. He has time to weigh options. Okay, let me real quick, because y'all know my time is almost up. I started late. Let me deal with this Pete Rose stuff real quick. And I can do it real fast. If you, I haven't had time. If you're gonna break the rules of the game, you have to pay the consequences when you get caught. That simple. That simple. And he broke the rules. He got caught. He has to pay the consequences. And it's crazy to me because a lot of the people that I hear talk, let me say specifically about black people, black men. A lot of the people here that I hear talk about black people and black men specifically talk about the fact that, look, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. If you gonna lay down and make a baby, you got to take care of a baby. If you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is, if I do it, I'm expected to deal with the consequences. But somehow, we like Pete Rose, let's wipe the consequences out. No, he did whatever he did. The consequences is he can't be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Just live with that and use it as a lesson to not break the rules if you don't want to deal with the consequences. But you could call it a consolation prize or whatever. He's in a Hall of Fame. What more could you want? He's in a Hall of Fame. He is a Hall of Famer. And just be happy with that. See, that was quick, painless, and hopefully his fans and his family will enjoy the fact that he is in the Hall of Fame. Twins.
What's up, E-Man?
How you doing?
Hear me?
I can intermittently hear you.
Can you hear me, man?
A little bit, sometimes.
Here you go playing all the time, man.
Who playing? You kind of coming and going.
So is S on him, Emanuel?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
I said it's an S on Kroger's.
Sure. Just like there's an S on Twins and Eugene's.
It's not an S on Eugene.
If there's an S on Kroger, then there can be an S on Eugene.
Yeah, whatever. It's an S on Twins because it's me and my brother, and we twins. So
And it's an
two.
S on Eugene's because, that's what people do. People put S's on stuff. Don't dwell on it. Just get over it.
No, you need to apologize to me for me being right.
I did apologize. You missed it. I'll apologize to you in person. Or this ain't technically in person, but while you're on the phone. I apologize for attempting to help you say something correctly. I accept that sometimes people don't say things correctly, and I should not expect people who don't know better to do better. So for that, I apologize. You can put an S on Kroger, and it doesn't bother me at all, Eugene's.
You got what?
Huh?
Okay, I'll be back. Dude said something.
What?
I said I had to pick So yeah, you full of it, Emmanuel. And you know I was right because it's more than ass. And then you should put some respect on P. Rose, man. Regardless of his past or anything like that, man, he's a Hall of Famer, man.
He
And
is
I
a
didn't
Hall of
even know he
Famer.
was okay. And they should let him in. I mean, he suffered enough.
He is already in the Hall of Fame.
What Hall of Fame?
The WWE Hall of Fame.
Who the hell he wrestling?
Kane. Kane tombstoned him a number of times.
I don't know nothing about that wrestling.
It don't matter. He's in the Hall of Fame. Put some respect on it. Put some respect on that man's name. He is in the Hall of Fame.
That's something you made up.
No, he
I ain't
is.
never heard of.
I'm telling you, he is. He's been there for at least 20 years.
But just doing one fight.
No, it was multiple times.
What year was this?
I want to say, I think Jericho posted that he was inducted in 2004.
Oh, yeah, it's 20 years ago.
Yeah, he is in the Hall of Fame. Put some respect on his name.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
I so-called know because I don't watch wrestling. So I know you watch it because you're the wrestling king. Or whatever.
And just take my word for it, Eugene's.
I'm not taking your word for it,
He is
Emmanuel.
already in the Hall of Fame. Respect that man as a Hall of Famer.
So you say you changed, and I don't see no change in you.
What are you talking about? You're right. I'm giving information, and I should not do that. I apologize.
You said you changed and all that extra stuff you be on and all that, and you was in your feelings, and I don't know. I said, what's wrong with him today? He must got smoking that good Emmanuel weed or whatever.
Sir, you are correct. I apologize for sharing information again.
Yeah, well, I gotta go, Emmanuel. I was gonna keep talking. I gotta put away this truck. I'll holler at you, though, Emmanuel.
All right, I might come up there today and check it out. So put that milk away good.
Check what out?
Your store. I told you last time I came up there, your area looked like trash. I'm gonna come and do an inspection.
It looks trash right now.
Well, you better fix it up before I get there. Fix it up, bro.
You said what now?
Fix it up before I get there.
Yeah, what else? Emmanuel, there was something on Lincoln Ware. I don't know if you listened.
No.
I forgot what it was. I was going to ask him about some, I think he said 86-year-old died or something like that. Caregiver and just left her there. You ever heard of news like that?
I did not hear that. That sounds terrible.
I need to look into that because that's sad. That's all right, man. I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right. I'm going to check up on you.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. I'm going to get up to that 50-town Kroger. Tell you, last time I went to that 50-town Kroger, that milk dairy area looked a mess. I was like, Twin just left it looking like this. If they ever hear you on the phone doing talk shows and stuff and your milk area look like that, bro, just tell them that the Haitian immigrants came in and messed it up. That's all you got to do. The immigrants did it. They'll believe you. They'll believe you. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. Welcome to October 2024. How it feel?
How it feel? It feels pretty good.
Yeah, hey, man, we deep in the future, boy. When we was 83 and 94, we ain't never think about no 2024. Good God. We deep in the future now, ain't we?
I could see somebody believing that, yes.
Was you looking at like 220? Because we wasn't looking at we was looking about, what, 2006? Or how far did you look back as a kid into the future?
I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about years. I never really sat. I remember I was the class of 88, and I remember when the class of, so if I was 88, we had 89, 90, and 91. So when the class of 91 was there, I thought, and I remember a few of us saying, like, man, we're going to be driving spaceships by the time y'all graduate. That's about as far into the future as I looked. Like, from 88 to 91 sound like a long time. So,
It is, because you going from fight the power to one less NWA, ain't you?
well, yeah, when
That
you
is
really think
that's a
about it,
long that's a
yes.
long time in hip hop years.
Yes.
They went far, but but when you said we were gonna be flying spaceships, I think y'all didn't even say that was 2024. Y'all was thinking like, yeah, by '06, 2010, we be in spaceships.
No, I was thinking by 1991, we're going to be driving some flying cars. Yes, the
Oh, in
Jetsons.
3 years.
Yeah. From 88
Oh,
to 91, that sounded like a long time to a 16-year-old.
yep, yep, yep. You right. That's like life in prison to it, like you said, juvenile life. You right. I was like, man, but how your weekend? Everything went smooth.
Went smooth up until Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
What happened Sunday, man?
I start feeling bad. I kind of laid it all out at the beginning of the show.
Oh, okay. I
There's a
feel
word I
bad.
was
I feel
trying to think of that again I had COVID 17th degree and I couldn't think of the word. It begins with a C, where you do something, you lay it out, not lay it out, but there's another word that I know it, but again, I have some level of diminishment or diminishing where I can't think of the word that I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I think we made a good move with this Kamala Harris. I think she's in the driver's seat. I think we got this one. I think it was a good move to Biden to step down. Like you said, he's scared to do challenges, debates, and I think that's a sign of weakness, in my opinion.
Huh? And not only is he scared to do debates, he's scared to do sit down interviews when he knows that they're going to fact check him.
Okay, and this is the important thing you got to answer to the public. What's your opinion on his eardrum, his earlobe?
I'm not sure that I have an opinion on his earlobe. Should I?
I mean, they saying he got shot in the ear and there's no
Oh, that's what you're
visible
talking
damage.
about. I,
Yeah.
man, look, dude got scratched by something. Uh, and I mean, it is what it is. I kind of believe somebody was shooting at him and
Hmm.
something hit him in the ear, but I don't know. It ain't. I don't know what the truth is. Either way it go, I'm not really thinking very much about his ear. I'm glad the dude ain't dead. Um, for a few reasons. Number one, I don't agree with political violence. Number two,
Hmm.
in my mind, if somebody were to shoot and kill the presidential nominee, somebody would try to shoot and kill the other presidential nominee. And then if someone did succeed in killing Donald Trump, I really do believe that the cult that follows him, there would be all kind of hell break loose, and we
Right.
would have a hard time getting our country back, as they say.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's
I
just
agree.
political violence, especially in this case. It just wouldn't benefit anyone.
I mean, it screams publicity stunt. It really does. When you look at the evidence, I mean, it's really kind of hard for the media to sell. See, this when people start distrusting the media. Like, so y'all really said he got assassinated, attempted assassination, and this is why young people, they'll look at that like, oh, so it's all fake. So
I mean,
this
I
is where
think it's
people start to,
possible that something scratched his ear, and he's some people are like heavy bleeders, and so he got a scratch on his ear. He bled a lot, and so it looked really serious. And then when he put the maxi pad on his head, that kind of made it look like it was even worse than it actually, was with the blood. So I don't know that that's a media creation. That seems probably like more of a Trump creation.
do you think it's dangerous to fake assassination attempts on your own life?
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. So you think that's not a smart thing? You're putting yourself in jeopardy by doing things like that?
I think
if that's the case.
yes, I think he's putting himself and of course his opponent in danger because just like was it JD Vance who said something to the effect of they're trying to kill Donald Trump, but ain't nobody tried to kill Kamala Harris yet, as if to say someone should be trying. So yes,
Right,
that
right.
creates a situation where it's dangerous for everyone involved.
You're right. You got to make sure everybody's safe, and if and I'm wondering if this was found out to be a hoax with charges. Will he face charges, or do you think he'll beat it like everything else?
No one's gonna investigate it as a hoax.
Okay, I got you. It makes sense. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother, man. And you still ain't watching the NFL, right?
Still not watching,
Doing good.
but I'm watching college. That Alabama
college
Georgia
looking good.
game was. I'm not even really
Did
gonna
Georgia
say
pull it out?
the first half was not exciting because I just thought this thing is over. Second half was exciting because it's like, oh, they coming back, they gonna win, and so the second half made the game.
Who came back and won, Georgia or Alabama?
Alabama won.
You know I'm with Georgia.
Yeah, Alabama actually, believe it or not, had to come back and win.
How they looking on the quarterbacks on each team? Both quarterbacks good in your team?
That Alabama quarterback looks really good. Again, I don't remember names, so I'm just terrible with names. The Georgia
right.
quarterback.
Don't nobody know Kyle.
Yeah, the Georgia quarterback.
know that.
He looked okay. I think his receivers let him down. They could have won that game if the receivers wouldn't have dropped a couple key passes.
Okay. And both African American quarterbacks?
No.
Or both white?
No, Georgia quarterback is a white guy. Alabama quarterback is a black guy.
That sound about right, don't it? Because Georgia a little racist.
Alabama's
So is Alabama.
just as racist as anybody else.
Yeah, that didn't come off right.
Yeah.
Saying Georgia's racist. No, like who is they going against? Who the opposition?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking my call, man. Thank you, man.
All right, CK.
Yeah.
All right, that was CK. Y'all, my time is up. There was something else I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to kind of mention this. I heard some talk earlier in the week. Apparently there was an incident that happened. Was it on Fountain Square? And an older gentleman was assaulted by some younger people. And I heard people, like really upset about this. Well, let me take this call and then I'll talk about it. Brent.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm trying to get to this room so I can have an actual conversation without my coworkers looking at me crazy. But, what we got here? Oh, well, we're going to start off with the wrestling report.
All right.
And picking up from what Jerika was saying about Pete Rose being in the Hall of Fame. So for some of the non-wrestling fans, some of the other non-wrestlers in the Hall of Fame, this year they put in Muhammad Ali. Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame for his one appearance at WrestleMania and doing one of the worst clotheslines on Vince McMahon that I've ever seen. You also have Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the Hall of Fame. And my all-time favorite that's in the Hall of Fame, Mr. T.
Mr. T. He loved his mama.
Now, he loves his mama. Did you see that speech?
Yes, I
that he
did.
gave?
Yes, I did.
Man, I 100% believe he thought he was the keynote, and they did not give him a time limit. Because when Kane's music hit, he came out there and he was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, he loves his mama so much.
He does. Yes, he does.
Wasn't he like almost 15 minutes in?
Yeah. Yeah. That man love his mama. Say what you want to say. He love his mama.
And it was nice so that his son was the one who actually introduced him and everything. So, I didn't know if he had any children or not. But quick story about Mr. T, my uncle, they lived in Chicago for goodness for quite a while, and one of my uncles, he's a little bit wilder than the other, but they went to this bar, and I'm sure my uncle started acting a fool, and some guys tried to jump on him. So my other uncle, it's his brother. He got to jump in, but both of them wind up getting thrown out of the bar. Guess who threw him out the bar?
Mr. T?
Mr. T, before he got famous, threw him out the bar. And I'm like, really? They was like, yep. I'm like, y'all just crazy. These jokers. But my uncle, he was always into mess, and even to this day, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why when they start drinking that brown liquor, I go the other direction. It could potentially be like when Luke was at one of them Diddy parties and Saul was about to go down and Luke got up out of there. It's like, yeah, it's time for you to go. Y'all about to do something that I don't want to be a witness to. I don't want to have to give no depositions or anything. But just two other quick things here. So is this going to be is your show a fact check free zone? So I can just get on here and say anything I want to say.
Pretty much, yes.
All right. Okay. And the Legion of Doom, I'm still working on that. And I was just checking in to see, did you add any recent members of the Legion of Doom from this past weekend? Or even the past couple of days?
I'm trying to think. I might have. I know I got blocked by somebody, but I don't know that I would necessarily add them to the... I got blocked last night by someone, but all I said, they were a Trump supporter, and there was a conversation going on the debate, and I forget, because this was post, I'm all positive, and so all I did was ask them a question, but I don't remember what the question was, but it was a simple question, and they blocked me.
Yeah,
I guess
so you're on that
because they couldn't answer the question.
Power of positivity.
But yes, and I was being very positive. When I'm asking questions now, I like to make it abundantly clear that I'm not accusing you of saying anything that's not true, or even saying that you don't know something. I'm the one with a lack of knowledge, so I'm asking you to help me be more knowledgeable.
Okay, and I need some of the not the Willie Nelson, some of the Paul Harvey. What was up with the dude who, it seemed like, I guess you said something about John Amos actually dying in August, but his kids didn't let it be known until recently, but he was upset because he was in the hospital or something? What was that about?
I'm not 100% sure. I saw the message, of course, and I responded to it. But I don't remember saying, because he said I said something that either sounded condescending or sarcastic or something. And I'm like, I haven't said anything negative about anybody with regard to the best actor in the history of acting passing away. And so I don't know what I could have said to him that made him feel that way. Honestly, I think he didn't understand that I wasn't saying that it was his fault that he didn't know that John Amos passed away in August. I think that's what he thought I was saying. Like, you just now finding out. But, I had to explain to him, no, none of us knew. And it was, kind of our fault. We should have been checking up on John Amos.
Yeah. Rest in power to Kansas City Matt.
Yes.
His role, and let's do it again. John Amos always played the mess out of them roles, but that role probably has the greatest chase scene in movie history. Like, you remember when they were running through somebody's apartment, and John Amos's muscle man tried to grab that piece of chicken, and Grandma slapped his hand.
I do not remember that.
Oh man, you got to go watch the chase. If nothing else, watch the chase scene.
I do have to watch it again. Now, ain't that the movie where he told dude you got to bring ass to get ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna say it because of the whole Diddy
Diddy made that not popular. Yes.
But yeah, that is the movie because
Yeah.
it was like set up as two different movies because Sidney Poitier put the whammy on Bootney Farnsworth, which was Jimmy Walker, and they came back with all the money, and then Kansas City Mac, he was a little bit slow, but he caught up and he came for him. So that was hilarious. The House of Shaka, I think it was the temple or whatever they were trying to save. But
Yes.
yeah, I got to go back and check that out again too. 'Cause that was just
Yes.
that was a hilarious movie, from beginning to end.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that is all I got. So yeah, yep. I got a few more modifications, but I think I have your Legion of Doom lineup complete.
All right. Hold on. People are asking, what's the name of the movie? Because I don't remember the name of the movie.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yep.
Okay. Because I remember I was on kind of watching the blaxploitation film kick, and people had given me a list of movies, and I watched them. Some of them good, some of them not so good, but I didn't really remember the name of it. But I do remember watching that movie and enjoying it.
Yeah, because Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier they did 3 movies together. You had the first one was Uptown Saturday Night, where they had a lottery ticket, went to Lady Zenobia's and got robbed, and they had to find out who it was. Then you had Let's Do It Again, and then you had the third one is called A Piece of the Action, and I haven't seen that one yet, but no one else has told me to see it, so I'll see it eventually. But yeah, those were, to me, the funniest was Let's Do It Again.
Yes.
Definitely.
I don't remember seeing the other two, but when I go back and watch them, I'll know if I've seen them before.
Oh, yeah. But all right. All right. But, yep, that's it.
Brent, I appreciate your call.
All right, take it easy.
All right. That was Brent. And I don't really remember the movie. Again, I watched probably, I want to say it was a list of 10 movies. And I watched those 10 movies over the course of like 3 days. So it was just movie after movie after movie. And I remember that movie. I don't remember it in great detail. But yeah, I do remember. And I remember that line. And it rings differently, of course, now than the way it was intended. Like now, you hear you got to bring ass to get ass. That sounds like some Diddy stuff. But the way that the line was delivered was basically, paraphrasing, like, I'm going to beat your ass. And he was like, yeah, okay. Well, you got to bring ass to get ass. So in essence, in order for you to even have opportunity to beat my ass, your ass got to be in the ring. And trust me, I'll beat your ass first. So, but it don't. 2024, I would not put that line in a movie. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Nat, it sounds like a freak off, but it was totally not meant that way. All right. The young people who assaulted the older guy, and people were upset about it, which I understand. It's upsetting. But I just want to say this to people. Stop encouraging violence. You can't encourage violence today against somebody who say something you don't like. Oh, that's disrespectful. I'll knock you out if you disrespect me. I'll knock you out if you say this to me. That's a fight if you say that to me. You can't encourage violence today and then be all bent out of shape when you see violence because somebody feel like they were disrespected. Well, but them young people, they listening to you. What young people don't want to be like grown people? When you was young, you wanted to be like the grown people you was watching. You watched what they did, you listened to what they did, and you kind of mirrored what you saw. So if they hear the supposed to be grown people talking about knocking people out and assaulting people because they disrespectful, not they did anything, I don't like what he said. If you hear the old people saying it, young people gonna do it. But not to somebody old. Come on. were the young people wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they following the example that you're setting with your words. We all down for, oh, he said something he didn't like, and so, you know, he disrespected him, and so he beat his ass. We all down for that. People just be saying reckless stuff like they can just say anything they want to say and not get smacked in the mouth. But then when you see somebody do it, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that they beat that man up because they felt disrespected. Stop encouraging violence. Well, but I'm talking grown man on grown man. Don't matter, you talking violence. It's the same problem I had when people used to really encourage young people to commit acts of violence against one another with their hands. When I was growing up, we didn't shoot each other. We fought. These kids need to stop shooting each other and start fighting each other. Well, I didn't mean it that way. You said what you said. You said what you said. You told young people don't shoot each other. You encourage young people to fight one another. You encourage young people to assault other young people with their hands. Or with weapons that weren't guns. I'm going to assume, Ron, you mean apples and oranges, not apples in oranges. Even though that kind of sounds like apples and oranges could be pretty good. But it's violence. Violence is not apples and oranges. Violence is violence. And if you're encouraging violence and then people act violently, how can you be shocked by the violence that you encouraged? The fact that you say that's apples and oranges, that's really just your way of saying, nah, I kind of still want to encourage violence. I just don't want other people to do the violence. That's still encouraging violence. Just stop encouraging violence. Stop talking about it like it's a good thing. Stop looking back on the day when you used to fight and all that kind of stuff and speaking about it as if it's good. Nate said, was some buster in the chat on Lincoln's show yesterday trying to provoke me and you. I don't even know the fool, but he wanted to fight. I wasn't there. I don't know. I haven't been on Lincoln's show. Nate called me, it was a few days ago. And he like, somebody said you was in Lincoln Ware's chat. They think they figured out who you are. Look, y'all gonna drive yourself crazy trying to figure out stuff that don't exist. I'm not on Lincoln's chat. I'm not they blocked me. I haven't been on Lincoln's chat. I'm not on Lincoln's chat. I don't have nothing to do with Lincoln's chat. I haven't seen Lincoln's chat. Again, I listen if I show up to work at 10:30, then typically I listen to Lincoln's show from 10 to 10:30. And then I go in. And that's it. So y'all gonna drive yourself crazy trying to figure out who I am in Lincoln's chat, which is hilarious to me. Because I'm not in Lincoln's chat. Y'all giving somebody hell, and they not me. And if you really think of how funny that is, twin, that's like me saying, you're Wyatt. Twin, I know you ain't nobody named no twin. You actually Wyatt, using twin as a fake name. And so I keep referring to you like you Wyatt. I keep referring to you like you Wyatt. And you sitting there thinking, I'm not Wyatt. I don't know. Why do he keep calling me Wyatt? And I'm bringing up stuff about Wyatt. Wyatt are probably saying, Emanuel, why are you using me as the example? I don't know. I don't know. So you didn't hear Lincoln say he has a straight carrot. That sounds sexual, and no, I did not hear that. So you missed Shahrazad Ali yesterday. That was pure foolishness. She pro-Trump. Yes, I missed it. I did miss it. I heard some people asking Wyatt. Well, I didn't hear him. I read some comments. People asking Wyatt, did he hear her yesterday? But no, I didn't hear it. Twin says, that's a lie. People know me as Twin. It just went over your head. It's okay. That happens from time to time. That means I'm at fault for not explaining the analogy to you well enough for you to understand it. So I apologize to you that I didn't get the message across that I was attempting to get across. I understand that you go by Twin. What I was doing was saying that there's somebody on there apparently that you guys believe is me. So you're referring to him as if he's me. And that would be the same as if you being you, but somebody was referring to you as someone else. And I don't think I helped with the understanding there either. So I apologize. It's on me. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I'm at fault for not being able to articulate my thought to the point that you can understand the point that I'm trying to make. I apologize. But yeah, no, I'm not on there. So whoever was trying to fight me, they was trying to fight Nate and somebody else. Oh, that'd be funny. Nate go show up with some random person to rumble. That would be terrible. Nate'd be like, who are you? Like, I'm that nigga he was talking to. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was Emanuel. Nope, you gotta fight now. That would be terrible. Stop encouraging violence, people. Stop encouraging violence. But if you're gonna encourage violence, you can't be shocked when violence happens. Pick a side. I'm pro-violence or I'm anti-violence. Pick a side. I'm anti-violence. With one exception. In defense of yourself or somebody else, if you have to use violent means to defend you or someone else, I believe that's acceptable and understandable. Other than that, stop encouraging violence. Just stop it. Whether you think it's apples and oranges or apples in oranges or fruit salad, whatever, stop encouraging violence. Y'all, my time is up. I got to get out of here. I got some stuff I got to do. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. See, I came on late, around 3:30. I'm leaving around 5:30. And that's that. See, I'm trying to do right by y'all. Do you think these children's parents should be held accountable for those children beating up that man? Ooh, I guess I'm like J.D. Vance on this one. It's one answer that I kind of agreed with him on. You got to take it on a case-by-case basis. What was things like? Did the parents encourage violence? Were the parents very anti-violence and the kids just out there? I don't even know if people still say this or not, but just out there wilding or whatever. If they lived in a household where violence is encouraged, don't let nobody disrespect you and all of that kind of stuff, then yeah, hold the parents responsible. Now, the parents should definitely be held responsible. Any medical bills or anything like that, parents should definitely be held responsible for that. Because to me, that's holding parents responsible. Putting them in jail, that don't make sense. Again, unless they're encouraging that type of behavior. Now, if you're encouraging that, you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail. But if you know what I'm saying, you didn't I heard a lady say on Lincoln Ware's show today. I didn't really get to her point because I was pulling up at my job. But she said if they done raise their kid to the best of their ability, meaning if they've raised their child to do what's right, then hold them financially responsible, but not criminally, I guess, liable. But no, yeah, if if your household is an abusive household, or, you know what I'm saying, you talk about you're okay with people assaulting people that disrespect them or whatever, hold you criminally responsible. You encouraged that type of behavior. Yes. Yes. Tanika says, yeah, that lady was fooling. I'm not sure what lady you're talking about. And again, I didn't hear the whole conversation. I heard the part of the conversation that I heard today was a lady saying, if those parents don't raise their kids to the best of their ability, then they shouldn't be held responsible. And then Lincoln was kind of saying, like, no, they apparently didn't raise them to the best of their ability. And then he, more than likely, Raven said in his ear, like, they could have raised them to the best of their ability, but maybe the best of their ability is still not a good child. And so he changed his position on that. And then, yeah, the preacher's kid. And Lincoln wanted to get, so you're a PK, so you're a PK, so you're a PK, so you're a PK. And she didn't hear him. And he was frustrated just because he learned PK, and now he has to say it every time he gets opportunity. But that's really, I had to turn off the car at that point, and I didn't hear anything else that was said. That's the lady I was talking about. Parents are responsible, period. And again, they should be held financially responsible. I agree with that wholeheartedly. If one of my minor children go out and break a window, I got to replace that window. I don't care how I raised them. Somebody has to be financially responsible for replacing that window, and my kid is a kid and they ain't got no money. So all the money they got come from me, so I'm financially responsible. I got to replace that window. Now, if there's a criminal thing, criminal damaging or anything, I shouldn't go to jail for criminal damaging because I didn't damage anything. Unless, I gave them a brick and said, go bust out that window. Now, I should probably go to jail for encouraging that, giving them the tools to do that or something of that nature. So it is kind of a case-by-case basis. And, what, did I teach my kid that it's okay to go busting out windows? Did I teach my kid that it's okay to go beating up their elders who say things that they don't like? It all of that matters. So there are different levels of being held responsible. There are different levels of responsibility there. And I would hope that the system could look at the case and be fair. Now, do I have a lot of faith that the system could look at a case and be fair? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of faith in it. But it's the system we got. And I don't know, maybe at some point it'll be a deterrent to parents to really, really clamp down on their children. But I don't know. Again, I didn't hear the rest of the conversation, so I didn't really hear her rationale or anything. But One lady said her father was a preacher. Right, I heard that. He taught her all the right things because it was some stuff she wasn't allowed to do. And she still went out and did, I forget the exact wording she used. And again, that was when I turned off the car. And there, she said he shouldn't have been responsible. And I didn't hear her conclusion, so that was what she was saying. And I think I kind of agree with her if that was her entire point. Like, I'm really, I'll use Lil Baby. I don't mind using Lil Baby. If Lil Baby go out here, I know what I'm teaching her. I know what her mom is teaching her. I know what her daddy is teaching her. And so if she go out here and she do something wild, she didn't learn that from us. I don't think we should, none of us should face any criminal charges. Again, if there's some financial ramifications, we should be responsible for making those people whole. But there's some people who are teaching their children to do bad things. They are encouraging violence. Janice, I think it was Janice who said, I don't know, let me scroll back. I don't believe people truly understand the power of their words. They really don't. They really don't. When you sit around and encourage violence and reminisce about your violent past and all of that kind of stuff, you did teach Lil Baby to choke people's neck. Oh, I didn't. Her daddy taught her that. Again, I told y'all he's an MMA fighter. And so he's teaching her the art of combat. Which is a little different than just teaching violence. Now, I choke her neck. But I've never taught her to choke anybody else's neck. Oh, Valerie, that's funny. But yeah, no, and yeah. Yeah. But that's my take on that. So no long takes. No long takes. No judgment, except for that people shouldn't teach violence. Somebody gonna be mad at me for that, too. He's so arrogant. Talking about people shouldn't be telling people to be violent. He arrogant. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize for promoting good behavior. She definitely sounded as if she were being paid to infiltrate the buzz. All right. Excuse me. Caught me by surprise. Well, I told my daughter, call the police. My fighting days are over. Don't call me. Just let me know your location. I'll call them. Okay. Garrison said you were arrogant with your ignorance, and it was hilarious. Vincent John say punching in the throat. All right, y'all, my time is up. I gotta get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all patience. Got a little cough developing. I hope this ain't some carryover from the other couple days and stuff coming in stages. I hope not. Tanika says kids have to be monitored, devices, friends, and trained at home. I'll use my child as an example. I stay on her. I can't guarantee she'll make the best decisions, but I pray she does. Yeah, I mean, that's to a point, that's all you can do. You can do your best because, of course, you can't be around your child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for their entire life. I did not have 40th degree COVID. I had 17th degree COVID. Jeans says, cough come from lying. I believe you believe that. Oh, and can I say one other thing? I posted about it. If you really believe that people die in threes, and I'm kind of going back, but I think this is more a statement of fact than anything else. If you really believe that people die in threes, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And it's easy to change and not be an idiot. Just stop believing that idiotic notion. And then you won't be an idiot anymore. If you really believe, over 170,000 people die every day. And you think they die in threes? That's just idiotic. And you don't have to be an idiot. Like, you could change it. You could change it. You could be like, people die. People die in threes. And you know what? That's idiotic. I don't want to be an idiot anymore. Okay, people die. They don't die in threes. I no longer believe that. Guess what? Automatically, you cease to be, especially on that topic, you cease to be an idiot. It's easy to change. It's easy to change. You can change. You don't have to stay an idiot. You can become a reasonable person on that topic. And there might be some other things that, you hold idiotic beliefs on based on nothing. But, Twins, you said be nice. Make sure somebody smile. You hypocrite, little man. No, I'm being nice. I'm helping. Look, how much nicer can you be than to help somebody not be an idiot? That's one of the nicest things you can do for a person. Twin, if I see you being an idiot and I say to you, bro, that's idiotic. Here is the right way to do it so that you don't look like an idiot. I helped you. That's not mean. That's not mean. That's nice. Name calling, not been nice. I'm just stating a fact. Facts aren't nice or mean. They're just facts. But I'm trying to help you learn how to not be an idiot. That's it. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help. That's it. Because I love you. And it's out of the love that I have for you that makes me want to help you. Otherwise, I'll let you just run around just being an idiot. But I love you. DeAndre says, idiot lives matter too. They do. Because some people just going to be an idiot. No matter which way you look at it, they're going to be an idiot. And you got to care for the idiots too. I mean, as a society, as people, as individuals, as humans, we have to care for the idiots too. Sierra says, the phrase applies to celebrities, not everyone. And again, still idiotic. Because you don't know every celebrity that dies or when they die or how they die. It's the fact that it's so arbitrary means that it has to be idiotic. Like there's no standard. Like you can just make something fit if you want to make it fit. That's not reasonable. That's idiotic. It's idiotic. But John Amos died. Now, ain't that the first of the three? Do he make three or do he make number one? Well, we had James Jones, and then we had John Amos. Well, John Amos, idiot, died before James Earl Jones. You just now finding out about it. It don't mean he just now died. And it maybe he just stop it. You're an idiot, and you don't have to be. I'm just saying, because I care. Because I care. You could just as easily say they die in fours. And then justify 4 famous people dying and make that make as little sense as 3 people. Make it 5s. Why not? Why not make it 5s? They die in 5s. You could justify it. Okay, in the next 93 days, 4 more people gonna die. Watch. Why 93 days? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. If you don't know, stop saying stuff that you don't know. You are willfully choosing to be an idiot. All you gotta do is just stop. Just stop. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. Yo Underwood says, you love Lincoln, don't you, Emanuel? Absolutely. I love everyone. But I'm not talking about Lincoln. That's y'all imagination. Y'all imagining Lincoln. I didn't say Lincoln. I didn't say nothing about Lincoln. Lincoln's a good guy. I didn't say anything about Lincoln. Y'all imagining Lincoln. Y'all saying Lincoln. I didn't say Lincoln. Somebody tell me where I said Lincoln. What happened on the 25th? A lot of things happened on the 25th. The mayor of New York was indicted. The mayor of New York was indicted on the 25th. What else happened on the 25th? Something else happened on the 25th. I can't think of what it is, but a few things happened on the 25th. The prophecy was real. Sierra says, you heavily implied, like, no, I didn't. I did not. I didn't say his name. I didn't say nothing about radio, nothing about a bald dude. None of that stuff. I just said people. You use his voice. I don't have his voice. I used my voice. In my head, that's how an idiot sounds. But I don't sound anything like Lincoln. Y'all imagining Lincoln. They go in threes is an old black people phrase. It's cultural. Leave them alone. A lot of silly, nonsensical stuff is cultural. First of the year, you gotta, a man had to be the first one through the door. don't wash clothes, or all that nonsense. That's all nonsense. It's all idiotic. You don't have to be an idiot. You don't. Either you imitate Lincoln or Mike Tyson. And I know you're not crazy enough to imitate. I wasn't imitating nobody. Nobody. When people are mad at me, I hear a voice. I hear a voice in my head. Do you think you somebody? Now who am I imitating? Nobody. I don't know anybody that actually talks like that. That's just the voice that I hear in my head. Don't tell me what to do. You think you are. That's the voice I hear. That's not an imitation of anyone. And when I hear just an idiot, just a flat out idiot, that idiot sounds like, they die in threes, don't you? This is gonna, 93 days, you're gonna have 2 more black sports people that had something to do with sports, or they knew somebody that had something to do with sports. That's just the idiot voice in my head. It's not an imitation of anybody. But I don't know. That's just the idiot voice. It's not an imitation of anyone. Sellout ass black man. Whatever you say, boss, I'm just gonna do whatever you say. If you say so, boss, I'm gonna do it. That's the sellout black man, scared bitch ass voice. Who do that sound like? That don't sound like nobody. It's just the voice in my head. Just the voice in my head. Key!
Emanuel, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to trying to get off of here. They won't let me go,
like
Key. They won't let me go. I'm trying to go. I got stuff to do, and they will not let me go.
Comedy hour. It sounds like you're doing comedy hour over there.
They will not let me go.
Because you keep doing the voices.
These are just the voices. When I think of certain things, they just come to mind.
Nah, that one voice you was like telling us what Lincoln be saying, and then that's the voice.
I didn't say nothing about. Why do y'all keep bringing
I'm
that man?
Oh, when you start say Lincoln, now you be like and Lincoln, then he would say, and then everybody be like, do the Lincoln voice, and then you start doing it.
No,
So
I don't. Every
spoil
time
with
y'all
that.
say that, I
Take
tell
that
you,
in
I don't
there.
have a Lincoln voice.
Taste the bomb.
I don't have
Nah.
a Lincoln voice. I
You
don't.
gotta spoil when we imitate Mr. Lincoln. You do that.
I
voice.
don't. That's y'all. That's
That has
all
to-
in
no,
y'all mind.
That's you. You done spoiled us with that voice.
That is 100% in y'all mind.
No, you done spoiled us with that voice, so now you can't take it back.
That is
to
y'all
you know.
mind. I've never said, "Hey, this is my Lincoln Ware imitation." Never.
Yes, you do. be
No,
doing-
I have
you-
never
look,
said that.
That's in the past.
I've never, ever have I said, "Look, this is my imitation of Lincoln Ware." I don't do a Lincoln Ware
People be
imitation.
like, what did he say on the show? And then you start doing that voice, and it be high pitched. You know
I
that's the
don't.
voice.
That's
So now
all
you
in y'all
can't- you can't
mind.
take it back.
That
You
is
can't
all
do
in
the
y'all
voice.
mind.
Hey, Donna, you can't take it back now.
That is
you
a-
done did it.
I'm
You
just
done
telling you,
spoiled us with
that
it.
is all in that is y'all imaginations running wild.
No, that's your imagination trying to take us somewhere else, but we ain't buying it.
That is y'all imagination.
So that's all I wanted to mess with you real quick. You've been going on and on and on. I said he talking about he was gonna get off.
I'm just trying to get out of here. That's it. I'm just trying to get out of here. That's
yeah,
it.
right. You trying to be a comedian in your spare time. But
Me?
all right, everybody
Never.
in the chat, y'all. All righty, man. You enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, okay?
Key, you do the same.
Okay, bye.
All right, y'all. Now can I get out of here? Can I go now? Can I go? Y'all sweating me. Y'all not actually sweating. I said that of my granddaughter. because she was asking me for something. Ice cream. Grandfather, can I get some ice cream? I get you some ice cream. When we get home, I get you some ice cream. So then we pulled up to the house. Grandfather, can I get some ice cream? Okay, when we get in the house, I'll get you some ice cream. Got out the car. Grandfather, can I get some ice cream? Oh my goodness. I said, we ain't in the house yet. As soon as I put the key in the door, Grandfather, don't forget the ice cream. I'm not gonna forget the ice cream. I open up the door, come in. Grandfather, what about the ice cream? What about my ice cream? Damn, will you stop sweating me, little baby? I'm not sweating. That's not what it means. That's not what it means to sweat me. It's you just keep harping on it. That's what it means to sweat somebody. So when I tell you to stop sweating me, it don't mean you sweating or I'm sweating. It mean you all up in my grill just staying on my back about something. Stop sweating me. She was really confused. I'm not sweating. Ain't nobody sweating. I'm like, oh my God. Forget, here's your ice cream. And she just wanted to know who was sweating. You have to explain this whole generation gap. Where you got to explain what stuff means. I still don't think she understands what it means to sweat somebody. I'm not mad at her. I spent my last little change on some ice cream today. I was gonna get her the ice cream. She was sweating me about it. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I have every intention on being here tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you. Maybe I'll make it by 3. I don't have to set everything up, so we should be fine. And other than that, get out there. It was a nice day today. It was a nice day. So get out there, enjoy the weather. Go do some fall stuff. What is fall stuff? I'm sorry, I know I said I'm about to go. Yes, Janice, she definitely will use it in the future. She would definitely tell somebody they sweat. I could see her mama getting a call at the school when they was asking her about her homework, and she told me to stop sweating her. I could see it happening. And then I'll get blamed for it. Just because I introduced her to the phrase don't mean it's okay, but that's what I can see that happening. What is some nice fall activities? Apple picking and hay rides. You go pick apples and go on a hayride in the Cincinnati area. And I ain't never been on when I lived in Alabama, I never been on no hayride. Do black people go on hayrides? How many of y'all ever been apple picking and on a hayride? That sounds like some white people stuff to me. And it was, I think, Myosha who said it. Not that she's white, but she's got rich white tendencies. She actually said she's thinking about getting a disposable car. Who calls a car a disposable car? Rich people. Myosha says, yes, black people go on hay rides and pick apples. I'll believe that if 3 other black people agree. Because you don't count. I'm sorry. You grew up around rich white people. If 3 other black people on here can tell me I've been apple picking and hay riding, then I'll take your word for it. LaDonna says, hay ride at Fantasy Forum when I was a kid. All right, that's half of it. What about apple picking? You might have one, Myosha. You might have one. Tanika, she says they go on hay rides in Tennessee. I've been on one. So you got, I guess, cumulatively 2 halves, which theoretically could be a whole. So you only need 2 more. Anybody? Come on, I'm asking y'all. Tanika and LaDonna have been on a hayride. What about the apple picking part? Vincent said, hayride once with my granddaughter. All right, you got 3 hayrides. I apple picking down in the sip for my grandma, apple pie and hayriding. Twin, that's not even English. I don't even know what that means. I apple picking down in the sip for my grandma, apple pie and hayriding. What in the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Oh. Shelly.
Hey, I got a question for you.
I have an answer.
Didn't Martin Luther King die for black people to go on hayrides?
I'm pretty sure he did not.
Well, wouldn't that be like equality?
No.
Why would you not want to go on a hayride just because of your skin color?
No, you don't not want to go because of your skin color.
Why would you deny your kids a hayride because of their skin color? Okay, then what's the reason?
Just because it's not something that we typically do culturally.
Who's we?
Black people.
So every black person in America is the same culture?
I said we typically do culturally. That doesn't mean everybody. Clearly, we got 3 black people on here who said that they done been on a hayride. So clearly, it doesn't mean every black person. But just like, but just like Shelly, but Shelly, just like culturally speaking, white people walk around outside with no shoes on and come in the house with black dirty feet. Black people don't typically do that. That's not something culturally that we do.
Well, if you black people live in the cities, so you're not really got grass and stuff. There's, you know what I mean?
But you do that, right? You walk around outside with no shoes on, right?
Hell yeah.
Right. That's cultural for you. It's not cultural for us.
That's silly. Come on now.
It's true.
I'm saying, like, using race to, like, make kids miss out on stuff.
It's true. And just like I don't feel like I'm making my kids miss out on walking around and coming in the house with black feet. That's not, it's just culturally not something that we do.
So you think, okay, so you don't think black kids want to have, like, forts in the woods and go, you know, that kind of stuff? You don't think that's missing out on life? No, don't do that. It's fun, but that's white people's thing.
Wait, forts in the woods? What are you talking about?
You never grew up, this is Cincinnati. Like, I grew up around Skyline Acres. Back in my day, black and white kids, we had, like, forts in the woods and, you know, like, that kind of thing. You didn't do that?
What kind of fort?
You ride your bike down trails.
Hold on, what are you talking about, a fort in the woods? I don't know what you're talking about.
Nature, right? Hayrides are nature. Getting pumpkins is nature. Going barefoot is nature. Like, why would you deny black children nature? That's silly.
That's not. Hayrides ain't nature. Where in nature do you see animals go on hayrides?
Okay, well, animals also poop in the woods and...
That wasn't what I asked you. You said it's nature. Hayrides is nature. Where in nature do you see animals go on hayrides?
Well, do dogs count?
In nature? Sure.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of a silly question. I mean...
So you saw 2 wild dogs go on a hayride.
I mean, I'm not out in there looking at wild dogs.
Yeah, but if it occurs in nature...
Give me a different argument than that. Like, you need to come with something better than that, because obviously animals don't drive trucks.
Right, you're the one who said that it happens in nature. I'm saying that is not... Hayrides are not a natural thing. Hayrides are something that somebody came up with that doesn't occur in nature.
No. I mean, like, in nature. When you go on a hayride, you're usually going through, like, a field, right? You're outside. You're in the trees and you know what I mean? That kind of
I'm
thing.
not, look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a hayride. I'm just saying from a cultural perspective, it's just not necessarily something that we do.
Well, guess what? The black people out in Westchester and Mason, they take their kids on hayrides.
They got issues.
They got issues?
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather your kids be at a Diddy party or a hayride?
In your mind, those are the only two options for black kids is a Diddy party and a hayride? There's got to be some middle ground.
Well, certainly. I mean, you can
Right.
ride a bike, you can play games.
Exactly.
You can go play kickball in the circle. You could,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, rake your old lady neighbor's yard. You could take out the trash. You could, you know, there's lots, of course.
Exactly. So why would you
Like-
hold those two up as the two choices?
I don't know. Why'd you ask me if I've seen animals drive a tractor?
Because
I
you
just
said
I
that
think
this
it's
is something
silly.
that happens in nature.
No, I said to go out in nature, right?
That's not what you said. Maybe that's what you meant. So I apologize.
No, you misunderstood me. You misunderstood me.
Yes,
That's all.
I apologize for misunderstanding.
Right. I meant, you know, they say like the concrete jungle, right? The cities where you don't get to see the stars that good, or you know, like going fishing. Like, I mean, would you say black kids shouldn't go fishing because it's a white thing?
Fishing is not a white thing. And fishing is not hayrides.
Right, but fishing is going into nature is what I'm talking about. The flora, the fauna, the birds, the bees, the bugs.
Okay.
Right. I'm just saying I don't think it's actually like smart or cool or a benefit to the culture to deny black children things because you don't want them, because you want to label it as something white. That's silly.
It's not again, it's just not one of the cultural things that we do. Like when you throw a cookout, how many times do you hear Frankie Beverly and Mays?
What do you mean?
Exactly. It's not something culturally that you do. It don't mean it's bad that you don't do it. Just culturally, it's not something that you do.
How do you define culture, though? I mean, you have neighborhoods, towns, counties, cities, states. You cannot say that every black person in America...
I didn't say every anything.
You said we as a culture.
And typically, don't leave out the word typically. When you say typically, that means that it happens most of the time, but there are outliers.
No, I'm saying that there is no typical. Like, that's the thing. Like, okay,
Well, there
white
is.
people don't sit around and talk about, like, our culture, right?
That's not true.
Well, you ain't white. How would you know?
I know. I've seen videos. Y'all put on them white hoods with the points on them and sit around and have conversations, burn crosses, and hang people. I've seen the videos. I know it happens.
Really?
Yes. You never seen them videos?
No, I've never seen the KKK in my entire life, actually, no.
Well, you're missing out on some
Believe it
white
or not,
culture.
I mean, like, you don't want white people speaking on black culture, then why would you speak on white culture?
I don't
You
have
got
a problem. I didn't tell you not to speak on black culture. When did I tell you you
have
couldn't
white
speak on
friends?
black culture?
Any white friends?
Absolutely.
How many?
I don't count them. That would be racist.
You don't see color?
What?
What do you mean? Why would it be racist? I mean, you want to acknowledge their whiteness,
No, I'm
right?
pretty sure it would be racist to be like, I have 19 white friends. Why would you know the number of, like, you might know the number of black people that you know, but that feel racist to me.
No, actually, I don't. I think it's racist of you to say that all white people, like, wear white hoods and stuff. Not really. No, they don't.
I didn't say all.
Especially
I've
with
never
black girls.
said the word all. You said white people don't sit around and talk about our culture. I pointed to
they
you
don't.
an example of white people that sit around and talk about their culture.
Are Jews white?
I don't know, are they?
No, I don't know. But they have a culture. The
Never
Amish
said.
have a culture.
I'm
The
not.
South has a
I'm not
culture.
even sure what the point that you're trying to make with the call is.
Okay, well, do you realize what time we're in right now in the world? It's a recession, depression, World War III. You're either going to sink or swim. Your culture is where you grew up. Your culture is your community, right? The people in
That
California
argument could be
aren't
made for
their
that.
culture. Well, because you're there talking like you're the authority of all black people, and you decide what
I
black
never
culture
said
is.
I was the authority of all black people. I put out a challenge, and so far, I've been correct.
When do you ever, give me one example when a white person said, we? I didn't. I said, white people don't sit around. I didn't say we. You can rewind and listen, because there is no we with white people.
There is a we.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a we.
That's the problem. That's the problem
There's
with
a
the
we.
world. Because you will, okay, let me ask you this. So will you let a guilty black politician go free and then punish an innocent white politician by the color of their skin and do your own people harm because of that, because of race? Right?
The question didn't even make sense. Rephrase the question, please.
All right, rephrase the question. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Right, we got when's the okay? Do you think Tracy Hunter was guilty and deserved what she got?
Tracy Hunter was not guilty.
Okay, I agree with you. Right.
Okay.
Right. But I, as a white person, right, I'm not going to just act like Joe Dieters is an angel and Tracy Hunter's the devil because I'm white. Right.
Wait, did you just acknowledge that you're white?
Yeah, I'm white.
Ain't that a bad thing, apparently? You just said that saying that you're white was bad.
I was getting you. We were talking about it. I thought we were having a conversation here about it. We're having a conversation. I'm saying in everyday life, no, but we're having a conversation, a debate. So obviously, it's going to be said.
Oh, okay.
That's a difference, right?
Okay.
I'm using an example.
All right.
As a white person, and the white people, 99% of them that I know, aren't going to take the side of a white person because of the color of their skin.
Oh.
That is a ploy that is used because black people that are in powerful positions don't get punished for long periods of time and do bad things to mostly black people because they cry racism anytime somebody tries to call them out on their bullshit, right?
No, that's very much not right.
Okay, are you watching the YSL trial?
Am I watching what?
The YSL trial.
I've seen parts of it, but not really.
Okay, you've got a black DA,
Okay.
a black prosecutor,
Uh-huh.
a black judge,
Right.
Black investigators.
That's scary.
The black interrogators.
That's all scary.
Black police, right?
That's all scary.
Mostly black women
Uh-huh.
coming after mostly young black men.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And like, so anytime somebody tried to go after them, they would cry racism.
Who cried racism?
The black people and okay, Fannie Willis, right?
No.
Cried racism.
No. Hold on. You brought up a specific case, and you said anytime that white people tried to go after them, they would cry racism. When did white people try to go after them and they cried racism?
Well, Donald Trump actually went after that Fulton County, Georgia.
No. Hold on. Again, you're missing your point. You talked about the YSL case, right?
In Fulton County, Georgia.
Right. You talked about that. When did someone white go after those defendants and they cried racism?
Not the defendants, the officials, the court.
Okay, when did somebody white go after those? Wait, that doesn't even make sense.
Donald Trump did. I'm saying the judge is black, the prosecutors are black, the DA is black.
Okay, and?
Right, they're going after young black men. This is
And?
10 years to go after these young black men?
Okay, and?
Doing dirty tricks?
And what you're saying is that people are down there doing their job. Okay, and?
No, I'm saying they're dirty. I'm saying they're doing people dirty.
Who's doing people dirty?
Okay, well, the first judge got recused for having an ex parte meeting. That's dirty.
Right, he got recused. He broke the rules. He got recused. What's dirty about that?
You know why he got caught? You see how old that
Because
guy was,
someone
right?
recorded it. But I still don't understand. He did something inappropriate, got found out, recused.
Right.
What's dirty
Because
about
they're
that?
not prepared for social media because he's old. That means he's been doing that for decades and getting away with it.
But ain't that the way the system's supposed to work? Let me ask you this. So, back when there was a white investigator, a white prosecutor, a white defense attorney, a white judge, a white jury, and a black victim, and a white defendant, and the white defendant got found not guilty by the all-white jury, I didn't hear a lot of y'all complaining about that.
Oh, you're really reaching there. Okay, first of all.
What do you mean reaching?
Okay, and that I will agree with you to an extent because, right, white people as a whole, right, as a community, do not riot when white people do white people wrong. They don't. They don't even riot when black people do white people wrong because
I
they go,
think
well,
no, Shelly, you misunderstood what I said. White people didn't do white people wrong. White people did black people wrong. You remember there was this kid. His name was Emmett Till, and he was murdered.
Well, actually, okay, who cares? I know that I remember Timothy Thomas.
Well, I'm not talking about Timothy Thomas. I'm talking about you brought up white judge, white prosecutor, white police, white this, white that. I mean, black judge, black prosecutor, black police, black investigator, black DA, black defense attorney.
That's going on right now,
in
real time.
I'm talking about what went on in real time when it was a white judge, a white jury, a white police, a white investigator, a white defense attorney, a white defendant, and a black victim. And somehow, even though there was plenty of proof and everybody knew that the white person was guilty, the white people let him off. So I'm not understanding why we're bringing these things up. What do these things have to do with anything?
Because it started off talking about hayrides, okay?
Right.
So you talked about culture, okay? If you got black, you talked about culture, and we started off talking about hayrides.
Right.
Okay, I'm talking about how that's not, I don't think it's healthy. Not healthy for society, not healthy for young people.
Wait, what's not healthy? To talk about culture?
No, to say, oh, we're not going to go on a hayride because that's a white thing, okay? I'm saying right now, okay, so you don't want to go after none of those dirty black people in power that are going after the young black guys?
Wait, you're making a huge leap. I'm having a problem making the leap with you just because logically. What is the logical bridge that you're building for that leap? Emanuel doesn't want to go on hayrides, therefore Emanuel believes that black people should be able to murder people and not get in trouble. The bridge logically just doesn't exist. So help me understand how you're making the connection.
Are you a boomer?
I am 54 years old, but help me understand.
You sound like a boomer because
so help me understand the connection that you're making.
Don't make excuses for somebody because you think they're part of your culture.
Who made excuses for anyone?
Okay, if I ask you about these black women in power down there in Fulton County going after young black men...
Wait, again, hold on. Who made... Shelly, but please, you're much smarter than me, so you got to slow down to my pace, okay? I'm not going on a hayride. And in your mind, because I'm not going on a hayride, that means I believe that black criminals should be able to murder people with impunity. How do you get from one thing to the other? That's what I'm trying to understand.
How do you know they're criminals?
You said they're criminals.
No, I didn't.
I'm using your scenario. You said they were criminals.
Right, I said the people with power are the ones that are criminals, yes.
Okay, so I don't want to go on a hayride, and in your mind, that means that I believe that black criminals should just be able to commit crime with impunity. How? I'm asking, how are you getting from one to the other?
Because you don't want to go on hayrides because you're black, and you don't want to go for black people in power doing dirty things.
But wait, see this? You lost me again because you made that exact same leap without explaining the logic of the leap. I never said that. So somehow in your mind, you're tying black people not going on hayrides to black people being okay with black criminals operating with impunity. I don't understand the tie-in. Help me understand the tie-in.
That's our culture. We, us, black people, right?
Okay, black people, right?
And I'm saying just because someone's black doesn't mean they're actually part of your culture or on your side.
Okay.
Like, do you accept that as a fact?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you ready to take your platform and go after the black officials locally that are doing dirty?
Why? How are we getting to black officials doing dirty? What white? Let me ask you this: what white official?
You would know this if you went on hayride. You would know what actually white people do talk about.
What white official that's doing dirty did you go after?
You really want to know?
I really do. Donald Trump?
So you said locally?
Sure. But hold on. But before you locally, did you go after Donald Trump?
For what?
Kind of rape.
Did you go after Obama? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is? Like,
Well, hold on. No, you're asking me did I go after black politicians? So I think it's fair that I ask you if you went after white politicians that are doing dirt. Donald Trump has been found guilty or at least liable for sexual assault. Did you go after Donald Trump for that?
Why would I fight a battle I know I can't win? That's stupid. We live here. We live in Cincinnati, a city. We live in Hamilton County, a county.
You're voting for Donald Trump? You're voting for Donald Trump?
I'll go after the wine, right? Daters.
Wait, so wait a minute. Wait.
You better believe it, hell yeah.
So you are comfortable with white politicians doing all kind of dirt and crimes and still supporting them?
I'm saying it's go time. Stop being stupid and silly. It's go time.
So you are okay with white politicians committing crimes and you still supporting them, right?
No, that's my point.
But Donald Trump committed crimes and you're still supporting him.
What crime did he commit?
He was just found guilty on 34 counts. He committed the crime, even though he was only found criminally liable of sexual assault. He paid off that lady in a criminal way, and he was found guilty on 34 felony counts.
No, I got acquitted. Okay, so what about Greg Lansing?
No, he didn't. No. He did not get acquitted. He was found guilty on 34 felony counts.
So did he get convicted?
Yes.
Okay, so he's a felon like what? Everyone how many people in America are felons? Like 1 in 5 or something like that?
Wait, so you support the white political criminals?
No, I don't support the system, right? That's the problem. You're
so
stepping for the
wait,
system.
No. You're the one who just talked about going against black politicians and officials who are committing criminal acts, but you're supporting white politicians and officials who commit criminal acts.
Okay, well, first of all, you want to know who has the most immunity in America?
You're supporting a white politician who committed criminal acts.
First of all, don't say that, because no, sir.
You just said you were gonna vote for the guy.
I never said I was going to vote for the guy. Now stop it, okay? Because look,
I said, are you gonna vote for Donald Trump? And you said, hell yeah.
I thought you said I might. No. That's not what I heard. No. Okay, first of all, I don't stand for the system, okay? I don't think that everyone that's a felon should be a felon. I think that a lot of these laws are ridiculous, okay? We've overregulated ourselves, right?
All right, wait. So hold on. Before you do that, are you supporting Donald Trump?
Look, I'm registered as an independent.
I didn't ask you that. Are you supporting Donald Trump?
I don't support anybody 100%.
I didn't ask you that. Are you supporting Donald Trump?
On what matter?
He's running for president. Are you supporting? You supporting Donald Trump?
Well, first of all,
it's a simple question. Are you supporting Donald Trump?
You want to ask me again?
Yes.
What do you want me to answer?
I want you to answer now.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't support him with his whole Law and Order and Back to Blue and Think of It and all of that. No.
Are you supporting Donald Trump?
I will answer it if you let me.
You're not answering it.
It's not a yes or no answer.
It is 100% a yes or no answer.
No, it's not.
It is.
That must be a cultural thing.
No.
In my culture, that would not be yes or no.
Are you supporting Donald Trump?
One more time. This is a perfect example. I'm about to call you out.
This is the last time. I'm asking one last time. Are you supporting Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Okay. If you allow me to answer the question, I will.
I'll allow you to answer and then explain, but I want a yes or no first.
That's an essay question, not an
No,
A or
it's
B
a yes or no, and then you can explain. Are you supporting Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Oh, yes. I can't answer it yes or no.
All right. Well,
I'm
thank
not-
you. Thank you for your call. We all know that's a yes. I don't even know how we got there. I don't even know how we got there. We were talking about hayrides. Blade.
What's up, King? I got 2 quick points.
All right.
She said, yeah, hell yeah, and we getting ready. And then the first point, I'm trying to figure out. Did she said Martin Luther King died for us to get on?
Hayrides.
what's that?
Yes.
Yeah, hay rides with white people
Yes.
for equal opportunity.
Yes.
That was something like
Yes.
she said. That's the most ridiculous thing I heard in my life. ain't that the Shelly you used to call you all the time?
Yes.
She from Kentucky,
I'm not sure where she's from.
and ain't that the Shelly that? So she ain't that the Shelly that got the black child? So she teaching her black child that white people, all white people, are nothing wrong with them.
Well,
She was trying to say, she's trying to compare, and you got her. She couldn't compare it. She was trying to say, this because down there in Georgia, everybody was black in that situation. Was it racist that black people was trying to judge black people that was wrong? So she was trying to justify that and saying all white people, in top or bottom, are not racist. That what she was trying to compare?
I'm not 100% sure.
Or was she trying to justify all white people are all right and they don't do nothing wrong?
I think she was speaking from a position of fear in that there is a system that exists here somewhere in America where investigators, police, prosecutors, defense attorneys, judges, and jury can all be black. And somehow that scared her and she couldn't even really form a rational thought around it because she was just so shocked and afraid by the very notion that such a thing can happen here in America.
Oh, okay. So she was trying. Okay, she was scared that black people had that power.
That's what I took from it.
What's scary about that? White people got that power. Is she scared of that?
Well, I think to some people what would be scary about that is because when white people have that type of power and authority, a lot of times they use it in a very bad, evil way. And so the notion, or at least the thought process might be, ooh, when we have the ability to use our power, we punish them. So when they have the ability to use that same power, they're going to punish us.
But you know what's really scary? What's really scary that a white woman is teaching a black child that wrong information. And what's really scary, where is that boy's father at? That she's in control of that young, impressionable black mind. I see why they've been calling child protective service on her. They need to call them. They need to call them again. There's something wrong with her, man. Hey, have a good one.
You do the same, sir. All right. Y'all, I don't know where that call came from. I was supposed to be gone. See, I wouldn't have even had to deal with that call if y'all would have just let me hang up. But y'all don't like me to hang up. Y'all force me to stay here and have conversations with y'all that I may or may not want to have and give Shelley's and people like that an opportunity to call in and harass me. I blame y'all because I would have been gone by now, but y'all keep making me stay. And all y'all had to do was admit, okay, black people don't typically run around taking hay rides and picking apples in the fall. But y'all didn't want to admit it. Y'all thought it was funny. And then what did y'all get out of it? What did y'all get out of y'all little jokey joke? Shelly. So the next time I ask y'all something about what we typically do culturally, just be honest. Just be honest. Shelly is like the ghost of whiteness past or something that comes to haunt you when you don't be honest about cultural norms. And y'all conjured her up. It's y'all fault. I'm gonna get out of here. Actually, I think Twin might have conjured her up. When I read that text, that message that he sent, that was not even English. It wasn't even English. When I read that, she appeared. I think that was some sort of an incantation. And, you know, incantations don't have to make sense. So I see what you did, Twin. I see what you did. You sent the spell. I read the spell. There was Shelly. I don't know that I'll be reading any more of your gibberish messages, bro. You set me up. You set me up. Look, y'all get out. Enjoy the weather. Have fun. And as always, yes, Twin, you did. As always, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.